Well, happy end of our break.
Yeah, we made it.
Which really wasn't a break.
It wasn't a break at all. We were still working.
I think we were still working. I think somebody commented on the Instagram that was like, enjoy your break. I was like, I think we've actually worked more in these last 2 weeks than we have the whole time, like on a regular week.
Yeah, and then also who takes 7 days off and is like, oh, that was so relaxing. It was not even...
Yeah.
Why did we even call it a break?
I don't know. I feel some child on the bed behind me after I made a very specific warning to him when we got out of the car. Yeah, it's you. I knew it was
Hi.
you. Okay. I'll see you later. We're going to schedule
really
that
well,
boxing class.
He hid really
He
well.
did hide.
Because
He did
I
hide
only
really
saw
well.
the little tiny ear. No, but welcome back from a break where we get to pretend like we were lounging and relaxing and we're coming back renewed and refreshed when really we're not. We didn't really take a break at all. I still talk to yo ass every day. You miss a lot.
Oh my God. Last night I was like, man, thank goodness I have some thick skin because sometimes I say things and y'all make me feel like I am the only person on earth who does this thing that I think is very normal, but everybody lets me know that it is indeed not normal.
Actually, well, I'm glad we're getting onto this topic because I was too fucking high to really take it all in. So as the information was coming out, and I probably missed a lot, I just know that we were having a controversial conversation and that I was too high to get it all. But I understood enough. And I thought it was a 50-50 split of what is normal and what is not. There were several people in the chat that were like, yeah, totally, butt naked. What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
But then there were other people in the chat that were like, oh, no, never nude forever. So if you missed the live, which we're now going to recap because I have more questions that I can ask her now that I'm not high. If you missed the live, somehow, some way, we stumbled onto a conversation about household nudity. How did we even get there?
How did we? Jeez. I don't even remember.
Was it somebody said something about...
How did we get to nudity? This is exactly how I feel like this is just like on brand for who we are as as a show, as a community. Like, it's always, how the fuck did we get on this conversation?
Wait, now it's going to bother me. I got to remember how we got there. Something happened, and then you said something like, oh, you guys don't just do that? And we were like, wait, what? Oh.
It was talking about using the bathroom, and I said, my kids walk in on me all the time, and I'm fully naked no matter what. And then it started this whole thing about, like, naked around kids and naked in your house and
right,
that kind of stuff.
And so from there, the chat got lively. The problem with the chat getting lively is I can't focus on the chat and look at Amanda and keep a linear conversation going.
Right.
While I'm high. So I thought I was taking just a little, but I didn't take just a little, I took a, and then a, and then and I was like, hold on a second. So once I started coughing, I was like, okay, no, it's cool. That's fine. And in my mind, I was already in my mind like, yo, I don't know if that was good. Then I'm looking at you, and the painting on the wall behind me looked like it was your couch. So I was like, what? Where'd she get a hot pink couch? Then my body got warm, and I was like, oh, okay, wow, okay, and we're live right now. And then in my mind, I was like, Amanda, how many more minutes we got? And you're like, we just started the shit with your mouth. So, unfortunately, at the moment that I got too high was when the nudity conversation started.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need to know more. So first, I recall there was a conversation about the cup.
Yeah.
There might have been some actual space work involved with explaining the cup.
Yeah, because we talked about, you said it was like an OB, and I said, yeah, kind of, and I gave the explanation of, how it works and how you get it out. Yeah.
So first, let's start there before we get to the nudity. So I'm a person who, I guess I'm gross and I'm fucking the earth up. I use tampons that come in a plastic sleeve and in a plastic applicator. And then when I'm done with that tampon, I wad it up in my expensive toilet paper. And then I put that big old ugly wad in the garbage and I start anew. Sometimes I use 2 tampons. Sometimes I use a maxi pad on top because I'm a bleeding ass bitch. And so you don't have any of those problems because you use a menstrual cup.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently menstrual cup is very normal.
It's becoming, when I started using it, it was still very much not a thing. It's becoming more of the norm, I think. And I've seen, kind of more of a push towards younger girls and teenagers, as using this as an alternative, which makes sense because I think that kids are a little bit more conscientious about their impact on the environment, than a lot of adults are. And I think that also they're probably more open to it. I think a lot of women our age, you've been using tampons and pads for what? 16, 17 years, 20 years. So it just feels like, oh, why would I switch now? And there's this squeamishness about menstrual blood and actually having to touch yourself.
Correct.
To get the cup out. Yeah. So I can understand why people might be not into it, but I'm also one of those people that's just that's my body and it's not weird and this is just what it does. So, this is what I'm going to prefer to use. And I actually really love it. I bought it right after I had Lennox and I waited and waited and waited for that period to come back. And when it did, I was ready. And so it's been almost, let's see, I guess it'll be about 5 years that I've used it.
Okay. So now these are, if you're here and you don't have a vagina and you don't care about this, go on ahead and flip your little, keep pressing play. Don't get me wrong. Let me get this play right quick. But just exit the building for about 5 minutes because I have some very specific questions. When we're inserting it.
Yeah.
Is it a surgical procedure? Or is it you're not doing it in Nordstrom's bathroom? This is a home process.
Yeah, you can do it in public. If you do it in public, then what you want to do is I used to have 2 when I regularly would be leaving the house so that I would have a clean one for being in public. But now, I really only ever have to change it at home. So it's it's not that big, but there's a couple different ways that you can fold it, and then you just have to figure out kind of which way is the most comfortable and easy for you to get it inserted properly. There's a little bit of a learning curve. So when you first start to use it, I wore a pad or I use my special, period underwear just in case there was a leak because it took me a couple months, I would say, to get the hang of it, and not, have any leaks.
Okay. So removal. This is also at
Yeah.
home then.
Yes. But I mean, you can do it you can do it when you're out, and then you just like I just kept like a plastic sandwich bag. They come in like a little baggie, but it's not enough that like if because you don't want to wash it in a public sink. Like that's not cool. I would never. Um so you could just have like a little plastic bag at the ready and just, you just dump the contents of the cup into the toilet and then just plop your little used cup into the baggie and then you have a fresh one. But yeah, to take it out. Okay, so it has a little stem on the bottom, and you bear down and you grab a hold of the stem, and then I bear down again and kind of like tug on the stem to get like the very bottom of the cup out, and then I just take my pincher fingers and pinch it, and then you kind of like fold it into a taco because you want it to kind of come out smaller than its fully expanded size. And then you just dump it in the toilet and you wash it with your special cup soap and put it right back in.
How is it possible to do that not at home? We're talking about
Well,
bloody hands.
yeah, so if you're not at home, then, I mean, your hands don't always get bloody. I mean, if your cup is really full, sometimes it might spill out, but you would just like clean your hands with toilet paper and then go wash them in the sink. And then you just wash your used cup when you get home.
See, this explains so much about when I've been disgusted in a public restroom, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, was someone stabbed in here? Like, that explains it. That explains it, because I was like, nobody, whose tampon leaked? Like, when you pulled it out, it was like, girl, you waited too long. What is you doing? That had to be a cup situation, because
It could have been. I don't know. Sometimes it looks like I've murdered my whole family with my bare hands. If Chris walks in, there have been times where he's walked in and I'm in the bathroom like removing it and he always feigns like disgust and horror and I'm like, "Come on, man. Like seriously?"
See that leads us to our second conversation. So I think in the course of talking about household nudity, we also talked about, I guess our family's familiarity with, what the human body does, what the human body looks like. And there was also some discord. There was not a consensus on what's right and what's wrong. And
yeah.
I know what happened. You burped.
Oh, yeah, I did burp.
You burped, and I remember being taken aback. I was like, yo, I ain't never seen this lady. What just happened here? And you were like, wait, you don't burp? And I was like, no, man, I don't really burp.
You actually do you remember you said you had surgery?
That's a lie that I like to tell, though. I don't fart and I don't burp. That's the real, my body does not expel gases. I had a special cosmetic surgery to where I don't have to be nasty at any time. That's just who I am. Yes, I do have to take shits, but they are extremely private and nobody knows about them. And I try to time my shits to showers so it's like they never happened. But that said, how is Chris seeing your Carrie situation if the bathroom door was closed?
Because he just like walks in. Like somebody was like, you need to teach your kids privacy. And I was like, wow. You got to teach them privacy. And then I said, locking the doors, like they still know how to come in. They're still going to sit there and rattle the door handle. And I don't know, maybe that's on me. Maybe I should be teaching them that. But then also at the same time, like part of me feels like if my kids see it on the regular or they see it just like in everyday life, then when it comes to Quinn having her period or when it comes to the boys, like, I don't want my kids to be that dick in the classroom and, Sally's pad or tampon leaks and she's got a blood stain and they're like, oh, look at Sally, she's got blood on her pants. Like, I feel like if it's just like not a thing for my kids, then like maybe they'll move through this world like kinder to themselves in Quinn's case or like kinder to women in Bennett and Lennox's place because they're like, oh, it's just It's just fucking, it's her period. No big deal.
I mean, that's a really good point. At the same time, I feel like my kids better be like Sally for real though. Like
I would want them, but you don't want them to be like, look at Brian's boner. Like I want my kids to just be like, this is like, you have a human body and it does stuff, and sometimes it's not great, but like, it's not bad and it's not dirty and it's not like, you shouldn't be shamed for it. It's fucking part of life.
no, there's no jangling on the door when if the door is shut, then I expect you to know and respect and understand that the door is motherfucking shut. Which, listen, my kids have walked in on me taking a shower. They've come in and been like, "Can you open this for me? Can you,
Yeah.
there's no Wi-Fi. Can you plug in the code? Whatever." That's happened while I'm
Yeah.
in the shower, and that's not cool because you have a whole ass other parent here, or that could have waited because when I'm in the shower or when I'm in the bathroom, this is literally my only time that I have to be myself, to know myself. Whatever is happening there don't got nothing to do with your ass. So what are you doing back here? So
Yeah.
like privacy is a thing, especially because I am a hardcore attachment parent. I'm with my kids all fucking day, and in a pandemic, all fucking day and then some. So I have very few minutes to myself. And when I say minutes, that's what I mean. Not moments, not hours, minutes to myself. So privacy is a big deal. And that said, Justin Beck, I think the girls only have ever, he sits on the couch without a shirt on. But other than that, just boxers, that would never happen. What if your dick falls out? Absolutely not. Get the fuck, you better put some shorts on top of that. But he would never do that.
Yeah. Wow. See, Chris is like full on naked.
With his whole
Yes.
dick and balls
Dick
out.
and balls.
You see me swinging. And so his nuts just be swinging in the wind. And all the children's is out. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm curious about this dynamic.
Yeah.
So Chris be fucking chopping cucumbers and putting hummus in the bowl. Here, girls. Here you go.
No. He is only ever, like, he will walk around in his underwear. But it's not like Shorty in his underwear, how you described it. It's like if he's in transition, like he's just taken a shower and he's, coming out to the kitchen to get something, or like maybe he's got to go down in the basement to like get more toilet paper, or he's in the middle of changing, or the kids. I mean, our kids are like, when you said your kids they'll come in sometimes while you're in the shower, like, I feel like every time I'm in the bathroom, whether I'm on the toilet or in the shower, somebody is always coming in there to ask me a question, to tell me something, to talk to me. Like, it's just that kind of privacy is not a thing in my house.
And see,
it doesn't bother me.
While we were chatting, that also came up in the conversations, in the chat box, is that some people were like, my friends or my husband or whatever talk to me while I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, through a closed door though, right? Like, it's like I'm outside the door. I'm like, did you pay the light bill? Okay, when you get out, come let me know, because I just got an alarm on my phone. It's like that.
Nope.
Oh, y'all are just standing in there talking about W9s and shit, and if I can
full on conversation. Sometimes, like in the mornings when I teach, I come home and I take a shower right away, and Chris, maybe sometimes hasn't gotten his shower yet by the time I get home, and he'll jump in with me, or the kids will still shower with us from time to time. So, yeah. Do you ever put the little girls in the shower with you?
I mean, that's like we have to get on the we have to go to Staten Island for a bat mitzvah, and we're all going to be late if I don't get this together. So in this emergency situation, Maja and Shira, get over here. We're going to all take a shower. And the exact situation. Sorry. Where that happened.
Even when they were like, see, here's the thing, like, even when my kids were little, like, I specifically have memories of Lennox. Like, I'd go to the gym. I would always go to this 9:30 class, and I would come home, and he was so little, like a year and a half, that in order to like keep tabs on him, I would just strip him naked and put him, because we have like a really big shower. I mean, our whole family of 5 could fit in the shower in my bathroom. It's ridiculously oversized, but like I would just put him in the shower with me, or like at night, like whatever kid needed to get a bath, it was just easier to like throw him in the shower with Chris. I still do. Bennett and Lennox, I'm like, you guys are dirty. Daddy's getting in the shower. Go get in the shower with Daddy.
Well, isn't that curious? Okay.
The look on your face, it's so funny because that doesn't seem like a weird a weird thing to me.
Bitch, I hardly know what a dick looks like. I don't see dicks around here. That's not... Unless Do It Really comes on, there ain't no dicks around here. I don't see Justin Beck's dick, or in fact, what do his balls even look like? I don't see that shit.
You don't think that, like, do you think it would be different if you had if you had sons instead of daughters? Do you think that maybe he's more like covered up or private because of the girls?
No, that's just who he is. Like, even on like tour shit, like I've seen him get off stage before and be the first one to go straight to the showers, and when he's in that shower, that's his time. Do not talk to him. He doesn't care what's happening at the merch table. He doesn't care if an amp needs to be put this there. He's in his fucking shower, and when he comes out of that hot, steaming ass wet room, he's going to be dressed.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And that's, how it is here. Like, even if he comes out of the shower in just his towel and then comes into our closet to get dressed, our children aren't back here. That would never... They don't see their dad in a towel.
Really? And even when they were babies, before they were old enough to like know, like, Daddy has different parts than we do. Still,
they don't know
same.
that. I think my girls have never seen a dick. And good. They shouldn't be seeing a dick till they're 30 years old. Y'all don't need to see no dicks. Fuck, you need to see a dick for? This ain't no Cardi B shit. No. And maybe my approach is, there were also comments in the chat box that people grew up in never nude households, and they feel as a result of that, as adults, they are very, in some way, shape, or form, scarred from that level of privacy, to where, what their normal body looks like in the nude or whatever, and that being exposed, these are people who can't, take showers at the gym now, that type of shit. Yeah. I'm that kind of person, though. Like, my dad would walk out in just his tidy whities. That was a normal part of my childhood. I've seen my mom in her towel, bent over, putting her little underwear on, her little titty sagging, and she's got her fucking hair thing on. And I also remember being like, ew. Let me go. Gross. Because what am I looking at this shit for? So, like, yeah. And my kids have seen me, like, take off my robe to get dressed. They've been in my closet while I'm putting makeup on and shit like that, and I just have a bra on or whatever. But, like, that's not a normal occurrence. Is something on fire? You're back here telling me something's on fire? Is that what's happening? Because otherwise, why the fuck are you back here? I don't.
Yeah. It's so interesting. My parents, like, I remember seeing both of my parents naked. And then I remember at a certain point, my mom said to me, and it must have been maybe when I was around Quinn's age, she was like, your dad's uncomfortable with you seeing him naked now that you're getting older. And I remember being like, why? right? Because it was such a normal part of my life. And I mean, up until the day that I fucking moved out of that house at 23 years old, 22 years old, I would still walk around naked. If I was upstairs and I needed to go downstairs to get something, I
Wait,
would run
hold
down
up.
the stairs real quick naked.
Hold up.
We used to get yelled at.
Hold
Yeah.
up. You telling me that your daddy seen you naked at 21, 22?
Yeah, probably.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
We
interesting.
well, we used to get yelled at because our house, like upstairs, once you came to the top of the stairs, it was kind of shaped like a U. And so my sister and her bathroom were on the right side, and my bed and bath were on the left. And there was like a little walkway, and then we had this big window over the foyer. And so at night, the lights are on or whatever, and my mom would yell at us constantly, "Do not walk in front of that window naked!" So yeah, we were naked a lot. I was. My sister, not so much, but I was for
I
sure.
remember one time and one time only, and it did not take me long to find something to cover. I had on a tank top without a bra. When I was like 22, I had gone down to visit my parents. I had on a tank top and like a slip dress without a bra, and that was the look, honey. I was cute, and my tits was sitting up, bitch. So that was part of the outfit. And I remember in the dining room, my dad was writing a check. And he looked up and he said, you just gonna have your tank top, like that's how you doing today. And I remember being so embarrassed and being like, oh my God, this is my day. What the fuck am I doing? And I remember going to my suitcase, grabbing a sweatshirt. It was hot as balls. I put that sweatshirt on top because my dad just noticed my boobs, and I was so fucking disgusted and embarrassed for myself. And that never happened again.
Wow. So that just kind of like scarred you, and you were like, nope.
Well, I also was at the ripe old age of 22 and was like, oh my God, it was like an outfit where I just knew I was cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then the audience for it was completely off and wrong. And I was like, so if I'm walking through Home Depot with this outfit where I know I'm cute, somebody else's daddy is looking at my titties too. No. But I need to still cut back. I'm still not.
Okay.
So y'all are just all the way open and free. Free birds.
Yes.
Not tripping.
Now, not tripping. I will say there was a night this summer where I must have been changing or out of the shower or something, and I did not have a shirt or bra on, and the boys were going to bed, and I walked in to say goodnight to them, and I hugged and kissed Lennox and said goodnight, and then I went over to hug and kiss Bennett, and Bennett was like, "Do you not have a shirt on?" I said, "No. Why?" And he's like, "Could you go put a shirt on and come back and hug and kiss me goodnight?" And I was like, "What?"
See, and
I did.
Let's reiterate. For those of you that are new to this show, Bennett is her only child who be on the Melissa Beck page, because this little motherfucker, he gets it. Everything that Amanda got me looking side eye at, every time I tilt my head way too far to the right and I'm looking at her crazy, I wonder, I bet Bennett thinks that's weird.
So he doesn't love it. So I've then made it a point to not do that with him and respect that. But then he also like regularly walks around in his underwear. He sleeps in his underwear. He's not my kid that wants to wear pajamas. But if it makes him uncomfortable, I'm not gonna, if my kids were like saying stuff to me like he did, I would definitely change my behavior. But doesn't seem to faze Quinn. She never says anything, and Lennox loves the naked boob. So,
wow. Yeah, we have privacy thing, because even Shalom, she's at this age. She's, I buy her bras, and I don't know what's going on with her body elsewhere. And so, I remember one time Maja walked in on her taking a shower, and then I guess made a comment to her about body hair. And Shalom
Uh-huh.
was so upset and so, Mom, talk to Maja. Why did she
Oh.
say that about me? And Maja's like, because that's what I saw. Like, why am I in trouble? That's what I saw. And I'm like, but Maja, she needed her privacy, and you shouldn't know anything about her body if that's not what she wanted, you to know. You should not have gone in that bathroom. I dare you to do it again. And Maja she don't do that again. Like,
Yeah.
Shira and Maja take showers together, but like, that's going to change very shortly here.
Yeah.
Like when Maja gets 10 or 11, she's not going to want to take a shower with Shira. Shalom's
Yeah.
not trying to take a shower with them.
Yeah. All three of mine used to, well, like Quinn and Bennett bathed together for a while, and then when we moved here, I would just throw all three of them in the shower at the same time. And now Quinn does her own thing, but the boys will still from time to time shower together. But Quinn's also very free, and maybe that's just because that's like how we are, and she's just picked up on it too. But yeah, she doesn't care.
So when you say very free, you mean like butt ass naked, they're sitting on the couch?
She'll usually have on like undies, or like the other day she just walked out in like her jammy shorts and nothing on top. And I was just like, okay, is this what we're doing? That's fine.
Oh no, that's not happening. One time
But she's
Shalom had
very,
on.
but like when it comes to like being in public, she wants to be like fully like, she doesn't want any like high necks, covered shoulders, like all that stuff. So
Yes,
it's very
queen.
different. Her public and private, coverage is different.
Shalom wore a spaghetti strap tank top out one day when we just got into the car for something, and then Justin ended up wanting to take our picture. And I remember the picture is legendary. It's great. It's amazing because it's all four Beck girls, including myself, in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm upset about the picture because Shalom has on a spaghetti strap tank top. Like I'm like, can we Photoshop sleeves on this motherfucker? Because, and I said to her, I said, Shalom, spaghetti strap tank tops are for like a layer underneath a t-shirt if you don't feel like wearing like a tight close bra. That's not a top. She's like, oh, it's not? And I was like, see, now we're starting to get into some gray area where you think that's a shirt and that's not a shirt. And I'm sure it looked like a shirt on the Forever 21 when I bought it for you, but that bitch is tripping.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah,
was
we had to have that
directed in
conversation recently.
Yeah. I don't and Shalom also even wears like, I mean, maybe I'm just entirely too conservative, which is interesting because I probably don't, come off as a person who is this way, but
Yeah, it's hard. I think raising girls, we had this conversation yesterday when we got into the car because Quinn knows I hate justice, and she was like, do you like the things that I picked out? And I said, yes, everything that you picked out is very cute. I said, I don't care how you dress. I said, my only concern is, are you dressed appropriately for the weather? And are you dressed appropriately for your age? And I said, so you can wear whatever you want, but as long as those two criteria are met, then however you feel like you want to best represent yourself in the world, go for it.
How shorts do you allow?
And Chris and I differ on this. I let her wear whatever because it's very difficult. She has a body type that's like, I don't know this kind of like joy and pleasure, but she's like, she can wear one size, but she needs another size for length. And when it comes to buying her shorts, it's like, I can't buy her a size like 12 short because that's what she needs in length because it's not going to stay on her body.
Yeah.
So I'm in the camp of like, she's still young. She's not like developed. So it's not like I'm trying to like over sexualize her. It's just a fact of she just is in this body that like she can't wear the shorts that she needs for the length. So we're just going to do this and call it a day.
Oh, see, I don't allow short shorts.
So like what kind of shorts do you buy? Because that's like, I feel like that's all that you can find.
Almost to the knee length bike shorts. They wear the cotton bike shorts. I don't like a short.
Oh, gosh darn
it. I don't like a short. I don't like a short with a word on the butt. You're not gonna.
Oh no.
And Shalom, sometimes the bike short isn't all the way to the knee. Sometimes it's a little bit shorter. And then we start talking about gray area. So if you're going to wear a bike short that's a little bit shorter, I'm going to need you to wear an oversized t-shirt.
Yeah.
And sometimes Shalom will wear the bike short that's a little bit shorter and then also with a tank top. And I'd be like, oh, we just doing that? Okay. Like, that looked like a whole lot of problems to me.
But that's how, I mean, if you look at the way that these girls dress in their TikToks and, when she gets into my Instagram and starts looking around, and I can see, because my whole history feed is, or that, that little explore page is all filled with these girls, that's exactly how they dress. And so it's hard to have to explain to her in a way that she can understand without me sounding like a huge cunt that doesn't want her to live her best life. It's like, okay, but these girls that you're watching are 19 and 20 years old. So they can make these choices because for some of them, they're adults moving in the world because they've made millions off TikTok, and good for them. But you're 10. And so wearing that teeny tiny crop, she was wanting to buy all these crop shirts after years of only wearing giant oversized t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fine. You can buy those, but those only get worn at home. They do not leave this house.
Yeah, so a crop top with shorts, that we're not. And Shalom has the shirt that the midriff is not necessarily exposed, but it's shorter. And that has to be worn with leggings. And if it was up to me, you would be tying a flannel around that shit, but it's not up to me. I mean, it is up to me. I have been looking at some of Shalom's outfit choices and being like, I'm going to need you to move into some Lutheran shit because all of that is too form-fitting. That looks too tight. That looks a little too short. I don't like it. So, when she got into that whole visco zone and it was an oversized shirt and bike shorts, I was like, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Well, I love this. And I make sure to say, on the days that she's wearing an oversized hoodie and leggings, I'd be like, ooh, loving this look, honey. And Justin is very strict. There have been times where Shalom's come out of her room and Justin's like, won't even talk to her. Looks right at me, will get his phone out and text me and be like, really? You got
Oh, no.
Justin's not playing that shit.
Yeah.
One time she was in the bathroom for a really long time after school. Because, after school, it's get naked, which I need your clothes bundled up in a tight ball and put by the washing machine. Those COVID clothes can't be on my furniture. So get naked and go in the shower. And he was like, babe, she's been in there for 2 fucking hours. Is she okay? I was like, she's 11. Yeah, but what's she doing? Don't worry about what she's doing. Can you go knock on the door and see if she was okay? What do you think? She drowned? She's fine. So Justin is also getting real, curious as to what are these things that are happening. What's 2 hours in the bathroom? What you doing in there, girl? And I'm like, don't worry about it. I know what she's doing. She's watching Netflix sitting on the toilet. That's what she's doing. And then she's going to watch some more Netflix while she takes a shower. But Justin Beck's not walking around naked in this house. That would never happen.
Yeah.
Have you seen your husband go to the bathroom?
Yes, of course. Wow. Every day. Wow. Every day I witness.
I actually hate that shit. So sometimes
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You hate that shit. Continue.
I'll be in the shower, which I feel is my time.
Right.
And Justin will just come into the bed because I don't lock the door. I shut the door, but I don't lock the door because I still am operating from, I have a newborn baby, I have a toddler, what if they need me, what if someone crawls, what if someone's choking? I need to be able to hear all these things. So because I have children and I'm always going to be in hypervigilant mom mode, I don't lock the bathroom door, even though the bathroom doors are the only doors in this house that have locks. Bedroom doors do not have locks. And I dare you to ask for one or to put a chair in front of that motherfucker because when I say I'm coming up in there, I'm coming up in there. I'm going to knock first. I'm going to
Yeah.
be cool. I'm going to respect your autonomy and your privacy. But when I knock and then I hear some ruffling around in there, motherfucker, now I'm suspicious. Don't do that. When I knock, open the door.
Right.
So I don't lock the bathroom door. Justin will come in and take a piss. And I don't like that shit. Why am I looking at you taking a piss in the toilet while I'm in here trying to luxuriate? Don't do that. Don't do that.
I hate it when Chris comes in and he poops while I'm in the shower.
Oh, see,
that makes me angry. And I'm like, really? Could you not courtesy flush first and foremost? Please. Or maybe just use the bathroom in the hallway if you're going to have to poop.
I've never seen my husband take a shit.
Seriously?
I have never seen my husband take a shit. And my husband has never seen me take a shit. That would not happen. We're not doing that.
Never, ever, ever.
Girl.
In all these years?
And thank God for it. I don't want no parts of that.
Wow.
And if you do take a shit, I want you to make it like it didn't just happen. So you better start the shower. I don't want to be. I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to smell that. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear no droppings in the bowl. I don't want to hear no backsplash. I don't want to hear none of that shit. If you got to take a shit, matter of fact, close the bedroom door, then close the bathroom door. That's how we all know you need your time. And Justin does that. He comes home from work. You know, he has his man appointment, shuts that door, shuts the bathroom door, shuts the bedroom door, shuts the bathroom door, and when he comes back out, he is refreshed and in his sweatpants and in his hoodie and in his house shoe situation that I have allowed.
Yeah.
And that's when we see Daddy. We don't see none of the making of. Mm-mm. Even one time he had food poisoning. And he was throwing up and shitting. And I remember I was rubbing his back. He's vomiting. He's like, I've never been this sick. Oh my God, I'm so sick. And he was scared that it was going to be one of those farts that ain't a fart. And we was like, oh, damn, I underestimated that. And he was like, get out. Oh my God. He was like, get out. Just leave me alone. I was like, okay, wow. And I'm still upset to this day that during the delivery of Maja that he had to see the things he saw. Because I said, keep your monkey ass up there. I said, your head better be my head. Our ears better be side by side, and you just be telling me sweet nothings, motherfucker. But no, he went to go get some ice, and it was at the time he walked past my pussy, some shit was happening, and he's like, oh! And I remember watching him lurch back. And I was like, is everything okay? He's like, yeah, it's cool. It's fucking cool. It's cool. And like weeks later, it took him time. He's like, yo, honestly, that was some shit I saw. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, no, actual shit I saw. I was like, what? And I was so upset. And it was the Raisin Bran. I didn't stop eating the Raisin Bran in time. And so he was like, you just kept shitting on the table while you were delivering Maja. And he was like, I've never been so disgusted. He's like, and it was like, it was really emotional for me because I love you and I love our baby. But like, what the fuck, man? He was like, yo, it was really bad. And I remember sitting there while he's telling me the story, and he's telling it lighthearted and it's supposed to be funny, but I remember dying inside for sure.
That he saw you poop.
I was very upset. I've never seen him poop.
I never had to worry about that because all of my kids were born via cesarean, but definitely there were, I think in the video of Quinn's birth, you can hear the point where he looks over the curtain and sees my insides splayed out on the table as they're pulling this baby from my body. And you can hear him go, oh, didn't need to see that. And then he came right back behind the curtain. But I think he kind of I don't know, Got It Together by Lennox, because he did cut the cord when Lennox came out. So he definitely had to, be up over the little partition to get that out of the way.
Justin cut the cord for Shalom, but I think maybe by that time I was already, I don't know, but he wasn't grossed out. But I mean, I had very specific rules. You got to be behind me, honey. You can't, like some guys, they hold the leg. One of the things he was holding a leg, and I was like, and I remember being in extreme back pain, extreme that pressure at the bottom of your pussy, and I was like,
yeah,
he can't be there. I'm gonna need him to move. He got to go. Move my purse, move that table. He can't. Someone else hold my leg. He can't be there.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. So you mean to tell me your husband has smelled your shit?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
And you know what? That's a level of intimacy that perhaps it's a detriment to my relationship that we don't have that, because Whitney Houston, think about it, Whitney Houston, that famous Being Bobby Brown episode where she was constipated and they had a whole thing on national television where he said that he helps her get her doo-doo bubbles out with his hands.
Oh, wait a minute. I missed that.
And, girl, Bobby and Whitney had a special kind of love. And it wasn't just the cocaine. They had an intimacy, and I remember watching that and being like, I can't even imagine being that close to someone where I'm going to let you help me get this duty out.
What did he do? How did he help her get her duty out?
They were just having a conversation, and he said, remember that time? And they were just yucking it up like it was just a fun old thing, and then they went down to the gift shop like it was. You don't remember that famous ass episode of Being Bobby Brown?
I remember, like, now that you say it, I remember hearing that, but I don't remember, like, specifically. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen him poop. I smell his poop. He's seen me poop. I mean, there have been times where, for some reason, every time that I was pregnant, my digestive tract was, like, on super speed mode. So like I could eat something and then I would just have like the worst diarrhea no matter what it was. Like I was pregnant with Quinn and we're driving home from dinner and I'm like going to shit myself and I'm like butt cheeks off of the seat, clenched together, death grip on the steering wheel, sweating. And there was a Marriott I knew close to where we were and I was like, I gotta stop. We gotta stop at the Marriott. I gotta go in to poop. And he was like, okay, go poop. So I remember like pulling up to the front and like running for my life to get into that bathroom. Like, so he knows.
Wait, whoa, this is another, wow. I'm going to tell you what, the more you know, you got to find that, you got to find that rainbow thing, that little shooting star sound. Hold on. You use a public restroom?
If I'm going to shit my pants in the car, 100%, yes.
Wow, okay.
Oh my God, when I was pregnant, I had to know where they were at all times because there was a time I was pregnant with Lennox and I had Quinn and Bennett with me and we were going to Panera to get bagels. And I'm sweating bullets on the way to Panera to get these bagels. And I'm talking to, 3 and 4-year-old Quinn and Bennett going, guys, Mommy has to go to the bathroom really bad. We are not getting bagels. We have to go beeline to the back of the store to go to the bathroom so that I can go to the bathroom and then we will come get bagels. And we were like literally running into Panera and Bennett is making comments about my mommy has to poop as we're going into the store. Target, for some reason, when I was pregnant with Lennox, every time I went into Target, diarrhea.
Oh my God. Stop. You know that I think that Target sprays something in the store. I'm not kidding you.
No!
There is something going on in Target's ventilation system. I swear to fucking God. There has never been a time in my life where every single time in my life that I have ever gone into a Target, I don't know if it's the smell. I don't know if it's something coming through the vents. It makes my body lurch and I have to take a shit and I got to get my stuff and get out because I got to get back home because I don't take a shit in public. That's just not going to happen.
That's so crazy. It was like I could like time it. I could be into the store 5 minutes into getting whatever it was that I needed to get, and then I had to abandon my cart, make it to the front of the store because I will shit in a public bathroom. But I'm not gonna make it home, and I'm not gonna risk pooping in my pants.
Oh no, I'm gonna make it home. It's gonna be rough, but I'm gonna make it home. And I have abandoned many a carts. Been like, oh damn. And it's exactly that. You're 5 minutes in and you think, ooh, alone time. Ooh, let me go look at these. Ooh, eyeliners. You think you're having a good old time. And then all of a sudden that stomach go boom.
Yep.
And you go,
oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck? Dude, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if there's a fucking forum on this on Reddit. There is something
that
going
would be
on at Target.
So
do you hear me?
There's gotta be.
It's the smell. I don't know what it is, but Target makes your body believe that you need to take a shit because I'll get all the way home and then get home and don't got a shit. It's Target. And that's the thing they don't talk about. So like, you know, that ongoing meme where like you went into Target for scissors and then left with $974 worth of bedding. And I'd be like, y'all must not have to take a shit then, because that don't happen to me at Target. That meme do not apply.
Oh my God.
I go in Target for the toothpaste and that's it, because the longer I'm in here.
We're going to have to make our own meme about shitting in Target.
I can't believe you really go in there. I won't go in there.
I do. And the Target bathroom is notoriously the most disgusting bathroom ever. But like, yeah, if I'm there and I've come in to get something, I'm annoyed, and now I'm just gonna have to go poop in the gross public bathroom. But I'm not driving all the way back home.
Wow. I can't, and I can't poop in a pub. That can't. And whatever it is, I've instilled it in my children too, because they don't go at school. They don't.
Wow. Now my kids have no problem.
I also have to use my bathroom. Like,
just specifically for pooping?
There have been times where I've had to go and Justin's in my bathroom. I'm like, dude, you finish up whatever. He's like, I'm giving myself a haircut. Finish up whatever you're doing. And get out.
Oh my God.
I can't just
That's
be willy-nilly
stressful.
here. I have my things. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Because I need to take a shower.
After you poop? Every time?
I would say 88% of the time, there's going to be a shower.
Do you only poop once a day?
If that. I don't want to poop. People think constipation is a bad thing. I'm like, girl, as long as I don't want to go in there. Shit, let me be constipated. I love constipation. What you talking about? Taking X-Lax? No, motherfucker, I can not shit forever.
Ew. I hate it. When we travel, I can't poop. And so we could be gone for 7-9 days, and I will poop maybe once the entire time, and then I will come home and lose like 10 pounds because I am on the toilet for like the first 2 days that we're home.
With the door wide open, everybody knows about it.
It's uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
Well, that's even better, because how do you go on vacation with your husband and then have to poop? You saw that was also a conversation in the chat. Justin and I...
People won't...
Yeah. What are you talking about? I've stayed at... when we went to Miami together for my 40th birthday...
Yeah.
I had stopped breastfeeding cold turkey so that I could smoke this joint right quick. Because it was my 40th birthday and I'm in Miami and the weed was delivered. And I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I remember my tits were on fire and they hurt so bad. You know that pain when you're just so engorged and there's no baby to help you. And so I had to get in the shower and massage my boobs. But also it struck me that I had to poop. So a normal person would be like, husband, I'm gonna need, like some support here. My boobs are killing me. I need help. I couldn't have help. And I also needed him out. Can you go get a coffee or something?
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, I also hate when the shared vacation luxury room doesn't have when the toilet's just wide out in the open and not in its own little corridor. I need my toilet
Yeah.
separate from you. I don't want to be on the toilet and see your ass brushing your teeth. Get the fuck out of here.
I do miss that. Our old house had its own water closet, and I used to think that it was so silly, but now I kind of miss it because we have a super tiny bathroom, and there's no hiding if you've got to poop, and somebody's got to use the bathroom to wash their hands or wash their body or whatever else it is that they're doing.
So our cousin Trisha, we call her our cousin because we just recently recorded an episode with her because she's a cousin in this motherfucker per our Patreon tier. Trisha said that she has never used the bathroom in the presence of her husband, and in fact, on vacations, is willing and has gone to a lobby to go to the bathroom, and I have so much respect for that. Which, listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be the one that goes to the lobby. If you have to take a shit, so you go on ahead down there, because I'm in here chilling. And also, like, if I got to take a shit, I'm a grown-ass woman, I got to take a shit, but you got to go somewhere.
So I guess I'm curious, and I would like to ask her, for those couples who either have never witnessed the other using the toilet or go out of their way, as you have, to like never let your partner see you poop, are you afraid that like he's not going to like look at you the same? Are you afraid that there's like this air of like desirability that will go away if he like associates you with like having to take a dump, or you just like you do not want him to see you in that state and so you would rather be private?
See, I'm not ever worried that Justin Beck is not going to be attracted to me. He is attracted. I look like shit every day. It's a pandemic. I look like shit every day. And I have a feeling where he might not even be disgusted if I took a shit right on his chest. But I personally, I don't need him smelling my shit. I don't need him seeing me grunt and shit. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. I didn't sign up for this, and I don't want to see him doing that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see, that I don't even like to see a dog do it. When the dog gets into that C shape, when they get
all hunched over,
and they get that hunched over C shape, and then that tail lifts up, and then you see the doo-doo coming out. Man, that dog is. Why you can't put that behind a tree, man? Fuck that dog. Why is your dog taking a shit right in front of me? That I think is also too much. You need to take that dog somewhere else. You see me walking here. What the fuck? I don't want to see all that. I hate when an elephant takes a shit. I hate when a horse takes a shit. Don't nobody want to see all that. In fact, we have a new fish named Rainbow. Rainbow has the longest shits, and they just hang dangling out its butt, and Rainbow just be swimming around the tank with its doo-doo dangling out its butt. And I was like, Justin, we need to get a new fish. I don't like the way he rolls. I don't like the way he moves in this life. He does not respect our protocols. Rainbow got to go.
Oh my God.
I'm serious. Like, what if your shit really stinks?
What if it really stinks? It just stinks.
You're like,
You
so?
flush the toilet and yeah. Yeah. It doesn't bother me.
Wow. Wait. You have seen each other wipe?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad it's I don't know, I guess I just thought everybody once you're in a relationship where you are living together and you're together constantly, I guess I just felt like at some point all bets are off in terms of trying to, hide your private business.
I don't want to hear the plucking of floss in between teeth. Shut that. Why is that door open? I don't want to hear all that. Don't be hawking loogies and shit. Get the fuck out of it. Don't do that. I don't want to hear all that. A clipping of a toenail. I don't want to hear that. Ding, ding. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear. No. Anything you do in private to groom yourself so that I can find you attractive, I don't need to know nothing about it.
That's so funny.
Wow. I don't even know how, Justin. I don't know nothing about his private pooping life. Never seen it. Not interested. Do not care.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in Chris's pooping life, but it just feels very stressful to me to like have to constantly like be on alert when I have to go, like what's going on, who's in what bathroom, what's happening in here, is he going to see me, is he going to walk in on me?
No, and there's no alert because there is no alert because everybody knows when that bathroom door is closed, you need to respect my privacy.
Yeah. And maybe that's what this all comes down to is your desired level of privacy and what you want for yourself personally, and it just manifests in different ways. Like if I'm craving privacy, it's that I need to like be in my space by myself, like without anybody around, but it doesn't have to be connected to like grooming. It's just I need space from everybody else. And so in those moments, they do know because I do tell them I'm going into my room to have quiet time. And unless it's an emergency, do not come get me.
Oh, see, we have established boundaries. So, if I'm in the bathroom, that's an established boundary. Everybody knows it. Don't even try me. But nobody respects my shit when I'm like, I need to be left alone and I need silence. Everybody's like, oh my God, is everything okay? What's going on? And then the next thing you know, it's a party on the bed. What? Like literally second, it's like they hear the spine of a book crack and they'd be like, hey Mom.
Yeah.
Justin Beck.
Speak of the devil.
How are you?
Doing great.
Wait, Maja, I'm going to ask. Justin Beck, just a quick question. Have you ever seen me take a shit?
No.
Have I ever seen you take a shit?
No.
Are you curious about what I do when I take a shit?
Nope. But Sheer, on the other hand? Oh, she's the best pooper monkey.
Bye. Shut the door. You should have seen his face. You should have seen his face. No. Like, it was like an angry no. And we've been together married 13 years, together for 17. Like, I'm mad at him if his shit stinks too much. I'm like, whatever you ate this week, don't eat that again. Because we can't do this.
I hate it when Chris goes in the hall bathroom because it wafts out into the rest of the living space. And I do get angry. I'm like, really? You couldn't have gone in our bathroom and then shut both doors? You had to do it in the hall bathroom where now everybody's got to smell it and enjoy it?
See, and that's just so crazy. He uses the hall bathroom when he has a master bedroom bathroom?
Yeah, and I don't understand that either because it would literally take him probably 20 steps to pass that bathroom because it is right next to our bedroom door and walk into the bedroom and into our bathroom.
No,
like, you don't have to go far.
Everybody has a designated bathroom, and I need you to stay with your bathroom. So this bathroom is for Maja and Shira. This bathroom is where Shalom takes her shits. This bathroom is where I take mine. And Justin and I share a bathroom. However, when the bedroom door is closed, Justin Beck needs his time.
Yeah.
So, and he's the only man he deserves. And the thing is, he has a full steam bathroom in the studio.
Yeah.
So he can go down the stairs and into his studio and have his whole own bathroom experience, but he has a preference for the master bedroom bathroom. I've tried to get him to move down there, and he's like, no, that's where the band takes shits. No way. Like, so he...
Yeah. See, I think that's funny, too, because, like, my girlfriend, she has an ensuite in her bedroom, And that's the one that she and the children use, and then her husband uses the full bath in the hallway. And I think that that's so interesting because, like, Chris and I have never not used the same bathroom, but I think that it's really funny and interesting that, like, he has his own and then she uses their bedroom one with the kids.
Yeah, I don't think a man should share a bathroom with a woman. I don't want to. No. I'm actually, if the seat is up, I'm angry because now I have to take the corner of my house dress to put that seat down because I'm not touching that. It's my own toilet with my my high standards of cleaning, and I'm still not touching that. Let's not do that. Why is the seat up, sir? Can you put that down? Because I live here too. I don't like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had to get on the boys. And I get really frustrated when they're super lazy and they don't even lift the seat to pee, and then there's pee on the seat. Nope. No. I
still cannot believe your husband's nutsacks just be walking around the house. The thing is, this whole entire episode is terrible, and nobody wants to hear this shit, I'm sure. I just can't get over it. I cannot get. What do you mean?
I think in the Insta story we have a poll that asks. I think very specifically. I think we poll single people, and I think we poll people in partnerships that live together, and then we poll people that have children. And I would be curious to see.
Dude, nobody with kids is naked, in my opinion.
I bet your friend Megan's family is naked.
Oh yeah, Megan's naked for sure. Yes.
I mean, listen, we're not posing for family pictures fully naked. You know, we're not all hanging out on the sofa together fully naked. We don't operate in the house together naked. It's really just that in-between time that if I'm getting changed or I'm in the process of getting in the shower or getting out of the shower, or maybe I've come home from the gym or I've just worked out in the garage and I'm going to strip off my sweaty clothes and I'm going to plop them on the landing to the basement because I'd rather just take them right down to the laundry instead of bring them and put them in my hamper in my closet.
Oh, so you're gonna scamper through the whole house butt naked?
Yes.
There have been times that I've had to do that, but nobody's been in here, and I still scampered.
Ah!
It'd be like all the kids are at school back pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
All the kids are at school. I just got home from the gym, and I want the laundry room's there, and I don't want to head all the way back. But I've still scampered and then taken the long way to avoid the windows.
Really?
What if the gardener's out there?
Yeah.
This is a glass house. What? No. And that's another thing. You be butt-ass naked at the gym. Nope.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about that too.
Nope.
But then again, it's not like I think there are levels of naked at the gym. There are definitely those people who get out of the shower, then they stay naked while they're drying their hair or they're doing their makeup or whatever it is that they're doing, and then they get dressed. I'm more of a I'm cool to be naked as I'm drying off and putting on my clean clothes or taking off my dirty gym clothes to get into the shower. So I think there's maybe levels of nakedness.
Yeah, and all of them are no. All of them are no for me because I've been in it. First of all, I am rarely in a gym bathroom. That's just not pre-pandemic, no pandemic. I don't use a public bathroom. That's just not going to happen. I've had to go into the bathroom before to wash my hands and then run out.
Yeah.
And the things I've seen when I'm in there washing my hands is just completely unacceptable. I don't know what kind of society this is, what is happening around me. What the fuck? I've seen old ass motherfuckers just, blow drying their hair, pussy hair out, titties sagging. They're just standing there, Q-tips all in the ear hole, just digging all deep and long. And I'm like, why am I seeing all this? Why am I seeing all this? I don't. And also, I've had to take a gym shower maybe 3 times in my life. And those 3 times, I remember the whole time it was happening, I was like, this will never happen again. My schedule will never ever be in such a way where this has to happen because there's too much going on in this day. I should not have tried to fit this in because no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. You know what? I used to luxuriate. So we used to belong to this gym that had an indoor pool. And so I remember like I would take the kids and put them in child watch, and then I would go do my workout, and sometimes we would like stay afterwards and I would let the kids swim before it was time to go home for lunch and naps. And I remember just being like so thankful that there was a shower there that I could shower in before I had to go pick them up, because it really truly felt like a treat to like go take a full shower and not have to worry about two young children, you know, and what they were doing in my house while I was spending that time in the shower.
Yeah, and that's my whole life philosophy. This is my shower in my home that I pay for. All y'all motherfuckers got to leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of, okay, I think we've...
Wow. Okay, well, that is... Woo! We are... Okay, well, we've discovered another thing that...
So now we know. So I guess when we eventually get to go on tour, we will definitely have to have separate rooms because there will be no pooping.
Oh, we have in separate rooms. Girl, I told you I had a surgery, okay? I don't take shits, but we're still going to need a separate room. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Tend to your children.
I will. He's so needy. I love you. Can I say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, that was a doozy of a first episode for a second season, if I've ever heard one. Thank you so much for coming back to enjoy more Imperfect Strangers podcast. And as you know, when you hear that, you know, when you hear that shit, that means one of us is going to come on here and tell you a bunch of things that you need to do or can do. If you want to continue to support our little podcast, the first thing you need to do is listen. You've already done that if you've gotten here, and for that, we thank you. The next thing you can do is subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll never miss out on a new episode. Your little phone's going to be like, hey girl, you have a new episode to listen to. We love that. After you subscribe, you can give us a rating or a review. Amanda says that's really important because then it lets other people know, oh my gosh, this show is amazing. This show is highly favored. I should listen to it. And I think she might be right about that. After you've done that, it is really great if you follow us on any of our social media. Instagram, actually, is super important to the show because it's where you get our interactive story. If you don't know about our interactive story and how to use this podcast and enjoy it to the fullest, we have a mini episode that you can listen to called How to Fully Enjoy This Podcast. And we go into great detail there about the importance of Instagram. Our Instagram account is imperfectstrangers_podcast. You can then follow us on Twitter, where we are at Imperfect Strangers. If you can't get enough of us there, you can go to our private Facebook community, where all of our stranger friends like to go sometimes to hang out and talk. We talk about a bunch of silly things. Amanda and I pop in there every day and check to see what y'all talk about. Sometimes we be cutting up, so you should definitely join that community. Monday nights, come back to the Instagram, where we have our live session. We go live on the Instagram around 7 p.m. To discuss this episode that you just heard, or anything in between. It's always a good time. If you miss the Monday Night Live, however, they do not stay for 24 hours. We don't believe in that, but if you gotta see it, because sometimes they are not to be missed, you can join us on our Patreon. Our Patreon has several different tiers. On any budget, anybody can enjoy us. There you'll get a newsletter, you'll get bonus content, episodes that didn't make the air, stuff that you gotta pay for. But it's all fun, it's all good. And if you like the Patreon, you'll probably like our merch too. Our merch is great. You can find that. Everything's in the link tree on the Instagram. You'll be able to find us. Thank you so much again for listening. Thank you so much for supporting. We are so happy to be back for a second season. This is it, guys. This is it. We are on the precipice. Let's visualize together. Matter of fact, let's take a moment. Take a deep breath in. Visualize. so much, and we'll see you back